I'd like to welcome everybody to my podcast. I am your gracious host, Jupiter 9. And today we're going to talk a little sports today, guys. I'm in the mood to talk a little bit of sports. Know what I mean? I want to talk about, the whole debate of who's the greatest of all time. You know what I'm saying? Is it LeBron James or Micheal Jordan? Now, I've had the luxury of, watching both of their careers. Now, I mean, I've watched Jordan, when Jordan was doing his thing in the 80s and 90s, and then in the late 90s as well. And I watched LeBron ever since he came out of high school. You know what I'm saying? And both of them are great players, man. I mean, both of them are great players. And it's hard to say who's the GOAT, honestly, because you're dealing with two different eras, man. The game has changed tremendously in basketball. It's more of a European type game. Defense is not as tough as they used to be. Now, I'm giving credit to, the era where you had hand checking, the era where, where you go through the lane, you were getting drilled. The game was real physical, you know what I'm saying, 80s and 90s, you know what I'm saying? I myself always been a Knicks fan, huge Knicks fan, Patrick Ewing, John Starks, you know what I'm saying? And, I always been a Knicks fan. And Jordan, if it wasn't for Jordan, I think the Knicks would at least won one championship. I believe they had the defense and enough offense to win a championship, but we all know how that story went, you know what I'm saying? Jordan just always destroyed us, always killed us. Like, Jordan was a he was a thorn in our side, man, and that's the reason why the Knicks never won a championship. That's the reason why a lot of people didn't win a championship, man. Let's keep it all the way official. Like, Utah Jazz should have won a championship, Karl Malone and John Stockton. Seattle should have won a championship, man. They had Gary Payton and Kemp. And I mean, you can go on and on and on and on, man. And I look at it like this, man. When Jordan came into the league was pretty much in bankruptcy. You know what I'm saying? And the league was filled with a lot of let's keep it all the way a buck, man. Like, the league was filled with a lot of cokeheads, and Jordan he came to a team that not only wasn't talented, but they all were doing coke except for him. You know what I'm saying? And he was able to take that team in the 80s when he first came in the league and go the distance with, you know what I'm saying? Like the Celtics. And, at that time, the Celtics were the team to beat. They just coming off championship wins. We got Larry Bird and those cats and Micheal, and, he scored 60-something points on them cats. So he was able to take that bum-ass team to a playoff game, and he damn near went the distance with them. You know what I'm saying? Now, you can have the argument that, if you take Jordan and you put him on the teams that LeBron had, Jordan would have won a championship in this era that LeBron is playing in. Who knows, man? First of all, I don't understand the argument, though. Jordan is a shooting guard, and LeBron is a small forward. If I'm not mistaken, they're playing two different positions. These are two different type of players. Jordan is more of a I'm gonna take it into my hands type of player and take over the game, and LeBron is more of a, I would see people, like matching LeBron up with more like somebody like Magic Johnson. I mean, they're similar type of players, you know what I'm saying? LeBron can handle the ball a little bit better than Jordan. LeBron can pass better than Jordan. But LeBron, again, like, it's hard. LeBron don't have that killer instinct, man. LeBron will pass first before he'll shoot the ball. And Me personally, I think that if they never broke up the Bulls team, with Scottie Pippen and those boys and Dennis Rodman, I mean, Jordan would have won 2 more championships easily. Like, nobody was messing with them Bulls, man. Like, let's keep it all the way efficient. Nobody was messing with them Bulls. And then a lot of people say, Jordan didn't really play anybody. He didn't play anybody. What do you mean? You mean you got Karl Malone out there? You got Akeem Olajuwon? You know what I'm saying? Was out there? Then you had the young Shaq out there. I mean, you can't say he didn't play anybody. The game was more physical back then. The game had big men that can take over the game. You know what I'm saying? That you had to deal with in the middle of the court. Man, it's a totally different game, man. Like, you can run up and down the court now and not get touched now. There's no hand checking. You know what I'm saying? There's no hand checking. Like, again, the NBA switched from a more physical game into this European type of game, so where everybody's pumping up threes all day. It's just like, that's why I had stopped watching for a long time, because it wasn't the same game I'm used to. You know what I'm saying? I can't even rail off star players now. Half the names I can't even pronounce. So I mean, listen, man, when it comes to somebody who at the time saved the league, and Jordan saved the league, like, the league was on his, people don't understand, like, the NBA was done. Like, they were on their way out, Jordan damn near saved the league. Like, they were in bankruptcy and everything. Like, people don't know that. People don't know the NBA was in bankruptcy, damn near. And Jordan came in and did what he did, and he revolutionized the game. When Jordan came in the league, people were wearing skinny, tight shorts, and then Jordan came in with the long shorts, baggy long shorts. Jordan started that. People forget about that. Jordan started the whole ball-headed thing. Players weren't wearing ball heads and stuff like that. Jordan is a lot like Allen Iverson when it comes to changing the game, revolutionizing the game. AI revolutionized the game as well. People don't give him credit for that either. You know what I'm saying? AI was wearing hip-hop like gear, coming to, speaking at, after the game, and AI came in with the hip-hop gear and the tattoos and all that. Now everybody's wearing tattoos and this, that, and the third, and, but LeBron, don't get me wrong, LeBron is a great player. Like, you can't take nothing away from LeBron, but Jordan never lost in the finals, man. LeBron, you'd had, you know what I'm saying? You had, when you went to Miami, you only won two championships, and you were loaded in Miami. I mean, you had Dwayne Wade, you had Chris Bosh, it was you. You had 3 all-stars on your team, and you only won, 2 championships with Miami? I mean, and if you would have kept that team together, would you won another two? I don't think so. LeBron has had a lot of help around him, man. And people say LeBron, in Cleveland, he didn't really have any help and all this. And LeBron has had help, man. LeBron has had a lot of help. He had Kyrie Irving in Cleveland. And what's the other cat? I forgot the other cat. Yeah, but when they won the championship in Cleveland, I mean, come on, man. Jordan, he had his bumps and bruises when he came to the league. Detroit Pistons was putting his foot in his what when he came in the league. And they had to regroup and, draft Scottie Pippen and get Horace Grant and them cats. And, they did what they did. You know what I'm saying? So this whole argument about LeBron versus who's better, LeBron or Jordan? I mean, in my all honest opinion, man, I would still have to go with Jordan, man. You know what I'm saying? Because Jordan, cats like Jordan, Kobe Bryant. I mean, now, if you were to put Kobe and Jordan, who's the GOAT, that would be an argument. You know what I'm saying? That would be an argument, Kobe's got how many championships? How many times did he lose in the finals? he's got more championships, I believe, than what he lost in the finals. I think Kobe Bryant only lost one time in the finals, if I'm not mistaken, or 2 times, but he's got like 3 or 4 championships. You know what I'm saying? So that would be a better argument than, LeBron James and Micheal Jordan, because Kobe and Michael is damn near the same player. I mean, if you look at their stats, they're probably identical. You know what I'm saying? They're probably identical. And we all know about Kobe, taking Jordan's moves, and you know what I'm saying? But I believe, in my own honest opinion, that what Kobe did with his Jordan style and the way he played the game, I believe Kobe Bryant was slightly better than Jordan, if you ask me. And a lot of people put Kobe Bryant number 2. And I definitely can see that. You know what I'm saying? I could definitely see that. But I believe Kobe was slightly better than Jordan. Jordan had the bigger hands and he was able to palm the ball. Kobe Bryant couldn't palm the ball. He had small hands. That's why Kobe always, a lot of times when he went up with 2 hands. People don't know that either. You know what I'm saying? Because you gotta, I'm the type of person to watch a lot of detail of basketball, like the little small details. Kobe Bryant was a better passer. Kobe Bryant was a way better shooter than Jordan. Way better shooter. Michael was a little bit better in the post than Kobe Bryant, you know what I'm saying? Because I believe Michael was a little bit bigger. Towards the end of Mike's career, he put on a lot of muscle. So Mike was a little bit bigger. Defensively, Michael was better. You know what I'm saying? Kobe wasn't shabby, but Michael, he was all defensive, you know what I'm saying, a few times. And, you can't really beat that, you know what I'm saying? Michael was, he was really good at playing the lanes, really good, and, snuffing the lanes, you know what I'm saying, and getting a lot of steals and stuff like that. And he was good at, blocking shots from the weak side. Michael was a all-around good player, man. You can't take that from him. He's one of the best. You know what I'm saying? But you have to wonder, if Michael continued to play with the Bulls and we kept that Bulls team together, how many more championships they would have won? And, LeBron, now, LeBron, everybody's LeBron this, LeBron that, because he won the scoring title not too long ago. But that's from longevity, man. LeBron's played 20 years. And, if LeBron would have played in Michael's era, he wouldn't have made it to 20 years because they would have been beating him up. Look at what happened to Shaq. You know what I'm saying? His body broke down over time. Shaq didn't make it to 20 years, if I'm not mistaken. They would have beat LeBron up so bad that LeBron would have only played 12 years in the league in Jordan's era, 12 or 13 years in the league, because his body would have broke down so much faster. But the game is, players are making so much more money. You know what I'm saying? They had to change the rules on that too. Because, at the end of the day, if you're an owner and you have this player or this investment, let's call it what it is. You got this investment in these players and they're making all this money now. You had to change the rules, man. You know what I'm saying? You had to change the rules because players were getting beat the hell up in the 80s and 90s, man. It was a physical game. People were getting elbows. People were getting slammed on the ground. Go watch the highlights of, Jordan playing the Piston Bulls in the playoffs before he got Scotty and them cats. Go watch the highlights of that. And you tell me the game from then and now where everybody's just... I watched a game the other day, man. Watched the game the other day, man. And it was so boring. I think I watched the Knicks and the Brooklyn Nets, I think it was. I'm not sure. But the game was so boring. It was there's no more big man. Nobody has no type of post moves in the post. What happened to the sky hook? You know what I'm saying? What happened to the finger roll? Just simple, fundamental basketball. It's people just running up and down the court, chugging up 3-pointers. And I don't know how fans today enjoy basketball right now. I mean, it's a totally it's a finesse game, man. Basketball is a finesse game now. But what I wanted to do is we're gonna pull out the numbers, man, and from Jordan to LeBron, and we're gonna match them up and see who's better. You know what I'm saying? Who's better? So we're gonna start off. Let me get my computer going here. Okay, what happened? Give me a second. Okay, so we got Jordan, points per game. He finished off with an average of 30.1. LeBron 27.2. Now, mind you, LeBron is averaging, I believe, at the age, what is he, 38, 39 now? He's averaging 30 points a game, I think it is, which is it's dope, but I know why he's averaging that, because the game is finesse now. Like, he's not getting no real punishment. LeBron's a big dude, and just like, he's just running through the lanes. Nobody's doing anything, and like, he couldn't do that in Jordan's era, man. And that's what makes the difference. He couldn't do what he's doing now in the league, just running up and down the lane, slam dunking. Like, they would body slam him. As soon as he come in the lane, they would fucking body slam him, man. But that's the league in the game and the rules today. They changed the rules again to protect their assets, which are their high scoring, that high paid players, man. I mean, players are making a crap load of money today. So, as I said, man, LeBron 27.2, Jordan rebounds. He throughout his career, 6.2 Jordan, and LeBron is 7.5. Of course, LeBron's going to have more. Assists, Jordan 5.3 assists. LeBron 7.3. I knew that LeBron would have him on the assist because LeBron reminds me a lot of Magic Johnson. He's a pass first player, and he's not going to have that killer instinct. Michael's not passing the ball when the game is on the line. Michael's going to take the game over. You know what I'm saying? And that's the difference between LeBron and Michael, man. Jordan was an assassin, like Kobe. LeBron is not an assassin. He'll pass the ball to a guy open before he'll take the ball and try to win himself. Now, he does have games where he took the last shot and made it, but, that was just in Jordan's DNA, just to, move out the way, clear everything out, and I got this. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to take you to the promised land on my back. That's the type of player Jordan was. I watched his whole career, man. And LeBron too, most of his career. You know what I'm saying? Most of his career. I kind of got sick of the NBA, towards, the end of LeBron's stint in Miami. That's when the game started to change a little bit towards the whole European, the overseas European style of basketball, just chucking them threes and really no defense. It's all about offense. Now, I'm a defensive type of cat, even in football. Like, I like to see a defensive game, you know what I mean? So let's continue on. Steals per game, Jordan 2.3. Of course, I knew Jordan was going to beat him in that. Jordan was like all-time defensive player. So LeBron 1.5. Blocks per game, they're equal, 0.8. You know what I'm saying? LeBron 0.8, equal, same. Turnovers, Jordan's 2.7 turnovers per game. LeBron is 3.5. I'm surprised about that. Minutes per game, 38.3. Jordan, LeBron, 38.1. Field goal percentage, 49.7. Jordan, LeBron, 50.5. 3 points, 32.7. LeBron, 34.4. And free throw percentage, 83.5. And LeBron, 73.5. So in certain areas, they're pretty much equal. Again, I don't understand the argument. Again, I'll take Jordan over LeBron, even though LeBron has had longevity. He's played 20 plus years in the league. That is because of the rule changes, and it's a more finesse game. He's able to play this long in the league. Again, just look at Shaq and what Shaq went through in the league. He didn't make it. I believe he didn't make it that long in the league, 20-something plus years. They would have just beat up LeBron, man, like they did Shaq. They had the hack of Shaq. You know what I'm saying? Shaq didn't really have a finesse game, so they hacked the hell out of him. He didn't have the skill set of Hakeem Olajuwon. That's why Hakeem Olajuwon destroyed him in the finals, man. Shaq. You know what I'm saying? Again, I think Hakeem Olajuwon is one of the greatest centers who ever touched a basketball, and he doesn't get the credit, man. When you talk about great centers, I mean, nobody talks about Hakeem Olajuwon, and that's preposterous. You know what I mean? That's preposterous. I mean, just watch the finals of Houston. I watched that whole finals when I was younger, and I couldn't believe how Hakeem Olajuwon his footwork was just phenomenal. I mean, the guy was a center, and he moved like a point guard. I mean, his footwork was just, I guess because he came up playing soccer and stuff, I don't know. But his footwork was just unbelievable, man. His post moves and unbelievable player, man. Hakeem Olajuwon was one of the greatest centers I ever watched play the game, man. And, when you talk about great centers, everybody brings up Shaq, but Hakeem Olajuwon smoked his boots. I mean, he was a young Shaq coming in the league, but still, man. Shaq was bringing down hoops and all that. I remember that. You know what I mean? But this argument about who's the GOAT, Jordan or LeBron, I mean, there's really no argument, man. Did LeBron revolutionize the game? LeBron did not revolutionize the game. He revolutionized his position as a small forward. LeBron's a small forward. He revolutionized his position that he plays. Yes, he did that. But he did not revolutionize the whole game. And that's where Jordan is different. He revolutionized the whole game. He changed the way people played. He changed the way people wore their uniform. You know what I'm saying? He changed the style, not only the style of the game, but the style of the uniforms. You know what I'm saying? If it wasn't for Jordan, people still be wearing them whitey-tighty shorts, man. Jordan did that. And people are still crazy about Jordan sneakers still to this day. I don't see nobody, going crazy over LeBron's shoes. And that's crazy in itself, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's crazy in itself. But, he's one of the greats. I want to say Jordan is the great. You know what I'm saying? Because you got cats like, Oscar Robertson that people don't talk about. Know what I mean? Dr. J. You know what I'm saying? I mean, there's a lot of people that, Akeem Abdul-Jabbar, I believe I'm saying his name right. He's a great. You know what I mean? I mean, you can't really say Jordan is the greatest of all time because you had people that were, before him as well. So, you know what I'm saying? Again, nobody talks about Dominique Wilkins. I mean, he's another player. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he didn't win any championships, but Dominique Wilkins was another dominant player, man. Man, there's so many players I can just rail off that I'm like, man, they were so good, man. There were so many great players when I was coming up, man. Charles Barkley was another one. You know what I'm saying? I was a huge Charles Barkley fan, especially when he went to Phoenix. Like, I was really a big Charles Barkley. I was hoping Phoenix, could pull it out and beat the Bulls in their finals, man. But, they couldn't do it, man. They couldn't do it. Jordan again, and they just had too much. You know what I'm saying? But this whole argument with LeBron is benefiting from the longevity. You know what I'm saying? LeBron is benefiting from the longevity of playing long and the rule changes and the style of the game that's played today. He benefits a lot from that. You know what I mean? And that's why he's able to play so long. And of course, he takes care of himself. He probably eats right and all that. You know what I'm saying? But the style of game that's played today, he benefits tremendously from that. You know what I mean? His body's not really. He's got wear and tear, and he's slowing down a little bit, but it wouldn't be to the effect of, you know, what Shaq went through, the hacker Shaq and other great players like Jordan went through when he first got in the league, where, you know, they were beating him up, man, elbowing him, kneeing him, kicking him. You know what I'm saying? He come through the lane, they drilling him. Like, it's a whole different game, man. It's a whole different game. That's why I don't like the argument of, you know, matching players from different eras, because it's a different era. It's a different time. The game evolves every 15 to 20 years. So, you know, you can't really go by that, man. You can't really go by that. You got to go by the style of play. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, this for the basketball fans. I had to put my 2 cents in on this, man, because I had to talk about this, man. I had to talk about this. Everybody had their 2 cents in and all that. You know what I mean? I really don't see the argument or the matchup. I think it's just for barbershop talk. I mean, they play 2 different positions. If you're going to match up anybody, it would be Jordan and Kobe. Now, that makes sense. Know what I mean? That makes sense. But, hell, even Jordan and Dominique Wilkins, I mean, if you're just going to go based off stats and not championships, but Jordan and Kobe would make more sense than, you know, with Jordan and LeBron. I don't see the similarities in the game. I don't see the similarities in the eras. I don't see the similarities in all the stats. Some of the stats, but not all of them. But yo, that's my take, guys. Thank you for tuning into my podcast. You know what I'm saying? If you would like to, you know, you can share this with everybody, your family, friends. Please share it with everybody, please. I would appreciate it. But that's my take. I'm your gracious host, Jupiter 9, and I just want to say peace and love to everybody. Take care. 1.